What is up, hooligans? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. Please hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. Let me know how you're doing in the chat. I'm going to read through here really quick, make sure everything is running smoothly. We'll go over the schedule and we'll get her started. Mike, you were first today. Happy Freedom. What's up, Daryl? What's up, No Mandates? What's up, Rasta? What's up, Nevada Mav? What's up, DB? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Robert? What's up, Corey? What's up, Ghost? What's up, Proud Ankle? What's up, Shanti? Happy Freedom, hooligans. What's up, Corey? What's up, Haywood? What's up, Snooks? I appreciate you, Snooks. What's up, 24/7? Appreciate you, hooligans, being here. I couldn't start it early today. I was up till 6:30 in the morning doing taxes, and then I got up early today to go get more paper, more printer ink, to continue doing taxes. I have a stack that's like this right now, and I'm still not done. So after this, I will be doing more taxes, and I will continue to do that probably till 6 o'clock in the morning again. We're not even going to be able to run this that long. It's probably going to be just over an hour because I will most likely have to run all the way back to Walmart, another 65 miles or so away, to buy more printer ink because I have to have my taxes turned in tomorrow or I'm going to be in big trouble. So responsibilities and whatnot. Sucks a lot. Really stressed about it, but either way, we're gonna try and have fun here. What's up, everyone on the Jeff Mack Live YouTube channel? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Lindsay? What's up, Indigo? Happy Freedom, hooligans. What's up, everyone on Twitch? What's up, Annie? Are you okay? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? Let's see, Mr. Beansy Beans, thank you so much for continuing the subscription over there on Twitch for 7 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. What's up, Nick? Happy Freedom. Took me a second to read your name. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? What's up, Nefties? What's up, Anthony? Happy Freedom. What's up, everyone on Rumble? What's up, Rasta? What's up, Jeb? What's up, 10 Man? What's up, Drew? What's up, Mike Drop? What's up, Miss Jamie? What's up, everyone on JeffMackLive.com? Oh, and that was the other thing, is the website crashed this morning. I was like dealing with customer service. I was like, I don't have time to deal with you. I'm doing taxes. I'm supposed to be live right now. Everything was failing today. Everything was. My car stereo went out. I was like, holy moly, everything I touch is just dying. It's not good. It's not good. When it rains, it pours. It floods, in my case. All right, so today we'll be covering a video that is titled 100-Year-Old Woman Stands Up Against Florida's Book Ban During School Board Meeting. Talking about those books that DeSantis had, he's pulling them out of school because, well, I don't think kids need to be learning about that stuff, about racist stuff and flamboyant stuff and whatnot. But this person's standing against it. Then we have a video that is titled 85,000 unclaimed minors are missing in the U.S. Talking about the border. Talking about the border. That's why they have open borders. And we have another video that is titled, "It's Not About Ownership," says the TikTok CEO. He was testifying either today or yesterday. The U.S. is trying to convince them to sell the platform to us because, well, supposedly it's about information being leaked to the CCP, but a lot of people speculate it's because the U.S. doesn't have control over the platform, so they're not allowed to say who gets censored and who isn't being censored. A lot of people have argued that Facebook sells our information to China, so what's the difference? So I don't really know what's going on with that, but they want TikTok gone for some reason. Then after that, we have a video that is titled "Tear Gas Fired at Protesters in Paris." It was getting spicy in Paris earlier. That's a fairly short video. Then we have a video from earlier, which is Old Man Walter hosting an anniversary event for an Affordable Care Act. It's not very long, not like the last one. The last one we covered took forever. It was like 40 minutes long or something like that, of him just standing there looking like a goon. And then we will be wrapping things up today with a video that is titled "Educational Support Staff Strike in LA." This is just a big BLM recruitment rally. It went on for 2 hours earlier today. We're not going to watch the whole 2-hour thing. We're just going to skim through it. But it's a big BLM recruitment thing that's being disguised as some sort of educational strike between students and staff members and whatnot. But I don't know. We've seen it many times where they're like, oh, your teachers, they're oppressing you. Your parents, they're oppressing you. You should join us and burn stuff down in the street. Either way, that's what's on the menu today. So give me a second to pull up this first video. I'll read through the chat again really quick, and then we'll get this started. Thanks, Gidgy. What's up, Distracted? Happy Freedom. Welcome to the live. What's up, Steven? JB, they outlawed protesting in France, so people went straight to rioting. Yeah, it seems pretty spicy over there in Paris. Thank you so much, Rasta, for continuing the membership program for 14 months. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see. What's up, Mayor? Happy Freedom. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Pumpkin? Alright, hooligans, let's get her started. What's up, Robin?
Banned books and burning books are the same. Both are done for the same reason. Fear of knowledge. Fear is not freedom. Fear is not liberty. Fear is control.
The last thing before we go tonight, fear is not freedom. That was 100-year-old Grace Lynn at the Martin County, Florida School Board meeting, protesting the removal of books from school libraries. Florida state law allows anyone to challenge a book and recommends school media specialists err on the side of caution when considering whether or not to pull a book from the shelf. Works from Toni Morrison, Jodi Picoult, Margaret Atwood, Judy Blume, and even James Patterson are among those axed in Martin County this month. PEN America has counted 84 titles no longer available to kids in the Florida district. And Grace Lynn is having none of it. I want you to listen to a bit more of what she said yesterday.
My husband, Robert Nickel, was killed in action in World War II. At a very young age, he was only 26, defending our democracy, Constitution, and freedoms. One of the freedoms that the Nazis crushed was the freedom to read the books they banned. They stopped the free press, banned and burned books. The freedom to read, which is protected by the First Amendment, is our essential right and duty of our democracy. Even so, it is continually under attack by both the public and private groups who think they hold the truth.
Grace Lynn is 100 years old. She lost her husband in the Second World War. She experienced the entirety of the Cold War. And today, she thinks what's happening in Florida is really bad.
Yeah, I mean, sorta. It is true. You know, banning information is censorship on its own, but the stuff that's being banned out of schools is not good for kids. Now, it's not being banned out of the state or taken out of libraries and stuff. It's just not allowed at school. Can't have guns at school, can't have knives at school, can't talk about violence and stuff like that at school, can't talk about drugs at school, can't have drugs at school. Should we have that stuff? Is it censorship? No, it's not appropriate for children. So she's almost right. She's almost right. Taking away books and taking away information so people can't learn and see what's out there. It is censorship, but not when it's at school. At school, it's just taking care of kids, which is something that's not being done enough of at this point. There's too many shape-shifting predators and everybody else out there trying to hurt kids. It's not enough people standing up for kids. She was at the wrong meeting. She was at the wrong meeting. It was a good speech, but not for little kids. Little kids don't need to be learning about critical race theory and queer theory and all that other stuff. That's not for children. That is not for children. I'll read through the chat really quick, and then we're gonna get to the next video. Okay, love, but it's okay for them to rewrite history, of course. Yeah, exactly. Just like misinformation and disinformation. It's not okay to take those books out of school, but it's okay to censor stuff on the internet, pull it down, say that it's misinformation or disinformation, put a big scary label on it, and then remove it and act like that's not censorship, like that's not some communistic tactic. But school's supposed to be a safe place for kids, and that's the whole point of filtering what goes in and out of there. What's up, Whispers of Chaos? Yeah, exactly. You can still get those books, you just can't get them at school because it's not appropriate for school. It's not appropriate for school at all. Alright, so this next video is titled 85,000 Unclaimed Minors Are Missing in the U.S., which that title sounds a lot... it's misleading, we'll say that. It's misleading. They're not just missing here, they're not from here. It's from people coming across the border. Give me a second, get this pulled up. All right, let's get her started.
Yes, we'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. Let's go back to the southern border and the crisis there. The latest coming from Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra, who testified on Capitol Hill yesterday, not giving a definitive answer about where the 85,000 unaccompanied migrant children have gone since they crossed the border and completely disappeared. Let's listen.
Every week, I get briefed by my team, sometimes 2 or 3 times a week, on this situation with the unaccompanied migrant kids and where we stand. I've never heard that number of 85,000. I don't know where it comes from. Okay. And so I can't attest. I would say it doesn't sound at all to be realistic.
All right, for reaction, let's welcome in former Acting Customs Border Protection Commissioner and Senior Law Enforcement Analyst Mark Morgan back with us. Mark, good morning. Good to see you. My reaction exactly. The numbers came from the Border Patrol, by the way. So 85,000 children have crossed the border and have totally disappeared.
Weird, huh? Weird. You should check old man Walter's basement.
Once again, we have a secretary that is either incompetent or lying to Congress and American people. You know where we got the number? From his own department. Representative Annie Biggs last year asked them this very question, and HHS own employees responded that from January of 21 to January of 22, that they had lost track of up to 20% of the unaccompanied minors that had flowed into this country illegally. And right now, in the first 25 months, that total number is over 350,000 unaccompanied minors. So it came from his own department. So it's unconscionable. And Rob, what's very important here is this is why we've been asking Congress for a very long time to fix a horrific law. It's called TVPRA, the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act, which was designed to prevent trafficking. And it's had just the opposite effect, especially under this administration. Yeah. What it says is if you're from Mexico or Canada and you're unaccompanied minor and you haven't been trafficked, we reunite you with your families. If you're an unaccompanied minor from the entire rest of the world, we keep you and put you in the system and treat you as an adult. It makes no sense, and it's actually led to more trafficking. And this is why we've been pleading with Congress, and we're hoping to see something come out of the Judiciary Committee that's actually going to fix TVPRA.
Mark, so if I'm at home right now, I'm scratching my head saying to myself, wow, since Joe Biden took office, 85,000, that's a mid-sized city, have crossed the border, and now no one knows where they are. We're talking about kids, people under the age of 18. Just quickly, where have they gone? Are they in sex trafficking now? Where did they go?
Yes, that's the fear. And I want to make sure your listeners know it's the number of unaccompanied minors is 350,000 that have crossed the border. They've lost track of 85,000. That's a very key number. And here's what happens is when they release them.
Still wonder why they have open borders.
There's no vetting. They basically do a criminal once and warrants check. If they come back and they're not a convicted murderer or pedophile, they release them to the sponsor, and they release them to a home that they've never visited. They have no idea who else is in the home. And you know what their definition of following up is? They do a phone call 30 days afterwards.
My goodness.
That's it.
And it's the worst it's ever been down there, Mark. We've talked about this for more than 2 years. So Antony Blinken was on Capitol Hill yesterday testifying about the crisis at the border. He was asked about fentanyl. This answer to me, America last, everybody else first, sums up the Biden administration in one clean sentence. Take a listen.
Do you agree with the following statement, that fentanyl coming from Mexico is killing Americans by the tens of thousands?
It is, and it's also killing Mexicans.
Yeah, do you agree it's now time to change our policy because it's not working, or do you think it is working?
I think that, Senator, first of all, you're exactly right about the insecurity in Mexico. As I said, the Mexican people themselves are the number one victims of that insecurity. The Mexican government.
Are more Mexicans dying of fentanyl poisoning than Americans?
Currently, no, but it's a growing problem.
So how many have died in Mexico?
Mark, it is, but it's also killing Mexicans.
Never worried about what's happening here.
We've only got about 15 seconds left, but have you ever heard a more America last statement than that? 100,000 people died last year of fentanyl in the U.S. alone, and he's worried about the Mexicans.
Robbie, you said it best. I couldn't have said it better. But this is this administration's whole platform, right? It's not America first. It's everybody else. That's why we've had millions and millions of illegal aliens enter this country. And that's why we've literally handed operational control of the border, because it's America last, it's everybody else first.
Yeah, great point, Mark. Great having you back. We'll do it again soon. 300 overdoses a day, meaning before the day is done today, 300, that's a jumbo jet. 300 people will die from overdoses on fentanyl today alone. And that was the Secretary of State's response. Mark Morgan, thank you very much. We appreciate you breaking that down for us.
300 Americans are kicking the bucket every single day because of what they're bringing over the border with those illegals being here. They don't care. They don't care at all. They need those open borders. The island's closed. They gotta get those young ones from somewhere. I've been saying that this whole time. They come across, they divide them up. You go get on this Greyhound, you go get on that Greyhound. They show up in New York. They get off the bus. They're like, hey, where's my kids at? They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. Then they drive away. Because what are you going to do? You call the police? You're not even supposed to be here. Nobody knows that you're here. Nobody knows where your kids went. What are you going to do? I guess go to Canada, because that's what they started doing. They started shipping them from New York to Canada. It's messed up. It's messed up. Been saying it this whole time. Now it's coming out to light, but they're still not going to do anything about it. There's no accountability for the wicked. Amanda, it makes too much money for our government to do anything. Yeah, that's all they care about is money. They don't care about anything else. That's why if you do something about it, like the people who live on the border, or they're being affected by the people coming across the border, they're taking out these individuals that are destroying their property or causing havoc and stuff, and then they go to jail because it makes money. They kind of have something like that here in Michigan. Here in Michigan, weed is legal for medicinal purposes. If you're 21 or older, you can go to dispensaries and buy weed and stuff. But like if you grow, they'll still raid your house. They'll still fly helicopters over your house and radar and stuff. They'll send a SWAT team in and hold you all at gunpoint, put you out in the front yard in zip ties, have your kids out there screaming and crying while, armed police officers and SWAT teams are standing around them. They'll take you to court. They'll take your freedoms away. They'll confiscate everything in your house. You can go to court. They'll say, oh, yeah, you're legally allowed to have that. You go back to your house. Your stuff's destroyed. They keep your stuff. They don't have to return it to you. You still got to pay them. You got to pay for an attorney. You got to pay those fees and fines and all that nonsense because it makes money. It makes money. They make money off you going to the dispensary. They make money off you going to jail because that's how it goes. Like anything with authority, it's all about money. They don't care about nothing. Nobody cares about anybody. So if you get paid to not care about anybody, like the government, like the authorities, like judges and mayors and governors and all that, you get paid to enforce authority. Like, why would you care? Why would you care? Look at how we treat each other. We don't get paid to not care about each other. We still don't care about each other. You think people who get paid to enforce authority care about you? No. We're all out here not caring about each other. That's what's really happening, and it's a problem. But I think what's gone on the last couple of years, getting banged so hard by the government, that everybody just doesn't trust each other. That's why you can't even have a conversation without receipts. Everything you say to each other, it's like, well, where'd you hear that? Where'd you see that? Where's your links at? I can't take your word for it. You got to prove it to me. Everything's got to be proven. It's just there's no fellowship anymore. Everybody is cynical at this point. It's messed up. It's messed up. And then you add money to the equation, it gets real. It's like a honor amongst thieves kind of situation. Everybody turns into a snake when you start adding money into the situation, especially now because people are hurting for money. People are hurting bad for money. And so, I don't know. It's messed up. It's messed up. I don't have a lot of friends, but the friends I got, I try to be as cool as I can with them. As cool as I can be, because now it's hard to make friends. It's hard to make friends right now because you can't trust anybody. I live in a small town. I live in such a small town, it's considered a village. For real. It says, welcome to the village. You can't even trust people here. So I couldn't imagine being in a big city where bad stuff happens every day and then try to make friends, try and trust people, let people know that you have kids, let people around your kids, let people around your spouse, or let them know that you got a little bit of money or you got nice things or anything like that. They'll come take that from you. They'll come burn your house down and the police will come arrest you for it, make you pay all them fines and stuff. You bond out, come back to the scraps, say have a good one. It's rough out here right now, and I think the summer is gonna be super spicy, and I'm waiting to see how it's gonna go, because I think when the protesters come out and they start crying real hard like they used to, I think people are going to fight back. I don't think people are going to let it slide like they did in 2020. I think people are going to fight back. I think people are looking for a reason to fight back. And I'm seeing a lot of symptoms that it's going to be a spicy summer, and I think people are gearing up for it. I think it's going to be fighting fire with fire. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we're going to be busy this summer. That's what I think. So this next video is titled, "It's Not About Ownership," says TikTok CEO. This video is only a minute long. It's a quick one. It's a quickie.
TikTok.
All right, hooligans, let's get this started.
TikTok needs to be an American company with American values and end its ties to the Chinese Communist Party. This is something that'll be critical as we look and go forward. So, Mr. Chu, would TikTok be prepared to divest from ByteDance and Chinese Communist Party ties if the Department of Treasury instructed you all to do so?
Congressman, I said in my opening statement, I think we need to address the problem of privacy. I agree with you. I don't think ownership is the issue here. With a lot of respect, American social companies don't have a good track record with data privacy and user security. I mean, look at Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, just one example. So I do think that it is not about the ownership. It is a lot about making sure we have Project Texas, making sure that we're protecting and firewalling U.S. user data from unwanted foreign access, giving third parties to come in to have a look at this, and making sure that everybody is comfortable. We're giving transparency and third-party monitoring, and that's what we're doing for Project Texas.
I don't know. I think there's something weird about that TikTok stuff because Parler wouldn't censor Americans when it first came out, and they pulled that down quick. They were like, I think it was Android first, was like, you have 14 days. No, Android was like, you have 7 days to start censoring people on your platform or we're taking you off the Google Play Store. And Apple said, we'll give you 14 days to do the same thing. Parler was like, no, we're not doing that. It was like 2 days in and Google banned them. Google took them right off the Play Store. And then the next week, Apple took them off the Play Store. And as soon as that happened, they forfeited the metadata over to the FBI. The FBI used all the metadata for every single account that was on Parler and arrested all the J6ers. That's how they knew who was where. It's because when you sign up to an app and it says like you have to give the app permission or whatever, you're giving them permission even when you're not using the app. So the camera, the files and stuff like that, you can select only while using the app. Your GPS is just tracking you. The cookies and stuff that you agree to, they track you as long as you're on the internet and stuff. So they're on Parler, they're over here tweeting it up or whatever, saying, oh, I'm at the Capitol and this, that, and the other. They're tracking your metadata. They know exactly where you are. They can pinpoint you on GPS, and so they forfeited that metadata over to the FBI so they could arrest and track all the individuals that were there. And so that took days. It was days. Gone. It's gone. And that was it. That was just not censoring the American people because of misinformation. They didn't like what people were saying. It started with misinformation. Then they said it was white supremacy. They were saying that people were assembling and using the app to assemble, basically, is create militias and stuff like that based off white rage and things like that. Took it right down. No big deal. TikTok is monitoring Americans, collecting facial recognition data, passwords, locations, anything and everything. Everything you like and want and see and habits and everything. Tracking that. Well, I don't know. Maybe we should take it. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't take it down. Maybe they could just sell it to us. Nah. Obviously, you don't care that much. If it's a threat to national security, why is it taking so long to figure out what's going on here? Why are you trying to buy the app? Why don't you just ban it like you did Parler? Parler started here in America. Why not ban it? Why not just take it right off the Play Store? There's already individuals that have figured out how to get around it by using VPNs. Say you live in another country so you can download it and use the app if it gets banned because people are so invested in TikTok. Something weird is going on with that. I don't think it's necessarily just about a threat to national security because of our private information being over there in China. I don't know what selling your feet pics and twerking on TikTok has to do with, like, what is China gonna do with that information? They're gonna know what your shoe size is. They're gonna know whether you can throw them cheeks back or not. Like, I don't understand what exactly it is that they're getting that's so important, or what they're getting that they're not already getting from Facebook, who sends all of our information over there for a little bit of money. They sell that metadata like crazy. Almost all these companies do. We don't over on chefmaclive.com. Your metadata stays right where it is, but all those other companies, they sell it, especially for like commercial reasons and stuff, so they can tell what to advertise to you. I think it has to do with the censorship. Like people are saying over there, the government doesn't like that they can't censor you on TikTok because they don't have control over TikTok. China does. And China doesn't even know what to censor you from because they live a whole different life over there. I'm going to read through the chat really quick. Thank you so much, USA Forever, for continuing the membership program over on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Cheeky Chops. China loves me. They might. You never know. You never know. What's up, Be a Blessing? Happy Freedom. Christy, because the government doesn't like us being united, they can't control it and they don't make money. It's true, they don't make any money off that. That's why they're saying like, oh, you should just sell it to us. We'll just force you to sell it to us. You either sell it to us or you're banned. Strong arm you. Be happy when the service is free. You are the product. Yep. It's just information harvesting. Snooks, all the info on TikTok goes to the Chinese Communist Bureau, is what I've read. I just don't understand what they're going to do with the data. Like, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? Every time I go on there, it's just women acting like harlots. Really, that's mostly what I see. I mean, there's some cat videos every once in a while, and that's pretty cool. I mean, maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe that's what it is. They're looking for some recipes or something. I don't know how far down that road we can go, but you know what? You're picking up what I'm laying down. Other than feet pics and females twerking, I don't understand what the data is. The only time I see dudes on there, they're either talking about tech or they're crying about how hard it is to be a dude. That's it. I don't really understand what information they're getting that's so valuable. Plus, they've already said that we have Chinese spies, like the imports, like in New York and in LA and in Florida and stuff like that, where there's imports at the dock, and we have cranes that, you know, pick up the shipping containers and all that. There's China monitoring that to see what our imports and exports are. We have Chinese police stations in New York and in LA that are supposed to be for Chinese immigrants or something like that, or migrants, or whatever the correct phrase is. So it's not an embassy, it's something else. But they've also come out, like our newspapers and stuff have come out and said that those are just spy places to monitor Americans and what we do and the information we have and the information we don't have and stuff. What are we doing about that? We're not doing anything about that, so we're worried about TikTok. That doesn't make any sense. None of that makes sense. What about the Chinese spy balloon? They only shot that down because so many people were taking selfies with it. If everybody wasn't sitting there with their phone pointed to the sky, they probably would have left it there. It'd probably still be there right now. Once the aliens show up, they're going to say that's China too. They already did when they did the UFO disclosure. They were like, we think it's China flying the UFOs. Okay. I don't know. Our government thinks that we're stupid, and we kind of comply with that. Saying we're not stupid, but then doing what we're told as if we were stupid, and it puts you in the situation like walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. I don't know. What's up, Wild Turkey? Happy freedom. Never comply. They know what our imports are. They make everything we buy. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Almost everything we buy comes from China. But then, you know, the government turns and says, China's bad. China's bad, but, you know, we're going to spend all of our money there. We're going to sell iPhones for $1,100 even though they cost 84 cents to be made in China. I don't know. It is what it is. So this next video we're going to cover is titled Tear Gas Fired at Protesters in Paris. It's looking rough out there. I guess it was extra spicy today. Let's get her started, hooligans. Yeah, it was looking extra spicy. I haven't seen it that spicy with all the videos that we've covered so far with the things going on in Paris. A little pushing and shoving and stuff, especially when Polish American Brotherhood was there. Tara, she got a lot of coverage and stuff. Wasn't that spicy though. It wasn't tear gas and all that. They do have Antifa there. As far as I know, Antifa overseas is actually anti-authority. They go and mess with cops and anybody like that. They're not pulling civilians out at gunpoint and stuff like they do here. I don't think they're smoking meth in the alleyways either, but I don't know. They do have Antifa. I didn't really see much on that video. Also didn't see makeshift weapons, so it's a little bit different. Our Antifa's a little skewed. A little skewed. Fell off the path there. Let's see. Cruz Red Eyes is sad. My family is from France. I'm wondering if the protesting is even going to do anything, because I don't know a whole lot about outside of America. But I know the protesting here doesn't do a whole lot unless you get violent. And it still depends on what kind of hat you got on and what kind of t-shirt you got on and what flag you're waving while you're doing it. Some places here will fold to protesters, like over in Portland and New York and LA and all that. They go out there, they burn buildings down, they kind of hold the city hostage, and they say, we're going to keep doing this unless you do what we say. Then the city does what they say, and then everybody's in the street smoking crack. Kids are in danger, families are in danger, businesses are leaving town, all the money's leaving. People who have any kind of growth or development to offer, they're gone. They're not sticking around. But the protesters that go out there that are not burning stuff down, you better stay on the sidewalk. You better have a permit for that protest. And a lot of times they don't get their way. They're just out there spending money and wasting time because the protest isn't doing anything. So I wonder, is the protest in Paris and all that stuff that's going on in France, is it going to actually matter? Is anything going to change? What's up, Sam? Happy freedom, and welcome to the live. Mic drop. Most phones come with the app pre-installed now. Yeah, new phones come with TikTok installed. Just like YouTube. So this next video that we're going to cover is Old Man Walter hosting an anniversary event for the Affordable Care Act. This took place earlier today. I was doing taxes. I'll still be doing taxes. Goodness, I hate taxes. I don't only hate doing taxes, but paying taxes really sucks too, because it's like you're just waiting to see how much you owe. How many thousands of dollars will I owe you, and how will I give it to you? I will pay you thousands of dollars in the value of this song and dance. I wish. The government will take it out of your flesh before they do that. We'll go ahead and get this started, hooligans. We got one more video after this. The next video is educational support staff strike in LA. It's a big BLM recruiting protest is what it is. They're just faking it up to be an education thing. Look at old man Walter. You don't even know where he is. They got Ric Flair there. Howling. What's up, Maria?
Good afternoon. My name is Teresa Acosta. I'm a first-generation Cuban American from Dunwoody, Georgia, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm also a single mom to 3 very busy teenagers and an advocate for affordable health care. My youngest, Bauer,
Obamacare, right?
type 1
What's up, beer juice?
just after his 6th birthday. He needs insulin in his pump every day to live. When I lost my job in 2020 because of the pandemic, I lay awake at night terrified to be losing both my income and health insurance. But the Affordable Care Act caught us from free fall. I was able to quickly enroll my family in an affordable insurance plan. Bauer qualified for that plan, even though he has diabetes.
It's cheaper to go to the hospital and just not pay the bill.
And I could afford the insulin and medical care we rely on to keep Bauer healthy. The Affordable Care Act also gave me an opportunity to be an entrepreneur, to build a small business I had been dreaming about for years. You're
on welfare, but you were able to build a business?
The peace of mind that comes with having insurance and the increased premium subsidies helped to make it possible to launch Renzo's Fire, my own Cuban catering business.
Happy freedom, Donna Sparks. Thanks for being here.
President Biden knows the peace of mind that comes with having good, reliable health insurance. He is fighting to protect health care for hardworking families like mine. He is fighting to stop Republicans from cutting health care benefits. I am also so thankful for the president's leadership to cap the price of insulin for my son Bauer and the 200,000 other American children with type 1 diabetes.
Is she gonna cry? Press 1 in the chat if you think she's gonna be crying before she gets off stage. What's up, Proud Ankle? What's up, JT3? Happy freedom, hooligans.
It is my honor and the honor of my life to introduce the President of the United States, Joe Biden.
It's a little shaky there. The honor of my life. Okay. Some interesting wording there. What's up, Enterprise? He looks older every time he gets on stage.
Thank you, Teresa. What a lovely introduction. You have such grace and calm and charm. I said on the way out, I said, if it gets confusing, just say, here's Joe. She said, I think I'll be okay. Look, 13 years ago today, we gathered in this room as President Obama signed into law the Affordable Health Care Act. Hard to believe, 13 days ago, 13 years ago. It seems like 13 days ago.
That's because you got dementia.
I think it was the most I think most people agree, the most consequential piece of
What's up, Patrick? Happy freedom.
Medicare and Medicaid in 1965. I talked to the president yesterday, got a chance to speak with him. We did a little thing together. And it's an extraordinary achievement by President Obama. And while the Affordable Care Act has been called a lot of things, Obamacare is the most fitting description. Obamacare.
So you want everyone to pat you in the back because of what Obama did?
Many of you joined us that day after fighting for decades to make it happen. And I remember 3 words I used at the time. I thought it was a big deal. And I stand by the fact it was a big deal. I also called it at that time a historic day, because history is not merely what's painted and printed on walls and in textbooks. You know, it doesn't begin or end with the stroke of a pen. History is made when women decide that there's a greater risk in accepting the situation.
Proud Ankle, we all look older every time he gets on stage. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was just thinking I should have put whiskey in my coffee. If I didn't have to do taxes later, and if it wasn't so important I get those numbers right, I'd be half sloshed right now. I've had myself a few days. I'd be sitting here all hammered. Klaus Daniels would be holding me up. Like, come on, man.
Nance, it's no exaggeration to say this would not be law without you. It would not be law without you.
The fake crowd that they got is just too enthusiastic lately.
Relentless
loud clapping and howling and hooting and whistling and dating their cousin and everything else.
And Kamala, I want to thank you for everything you've done to defend this law as Vice President.
JT3, I'm putting coffee in my whiskey. I'm saying.
As United States Senator and as Attorney General, along with my son Beau Biden, you both brought cases to defend it.
Look at Hyena Harris. She's probably trashed right now. She probably can't even stand up. They had to wheel her in there in a wheelchair. She's got half the medicine cabinet in her system right now.
So hard to make history that 13 years ago today. And I just want to start by saying thank you. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart, thank you. There's millions
from the bottom of your ass.
Owe you, because you stuck with it and you keep defending it. 13 years later, it's easy to forget what life was like for hardworking families before the Affordable Care Act. You know, but all of you remember Remember when a parent with a heart disease or diabetes or a child with asthma couldn't get coverage because of a pre-existing condition? Remember when women had to pay more for insurance because they had a pre-existing condition? They were a woman? Not a joke. Say it today to people, they look at you like you're kidding me. But that was the case. Remember when you couldn't leave a dead-end job because you couldn't risk losing your health insurance? Remember when a 22-year-old kid could get kicked off his parents' plan because he graduated from college? Remember the donut hole when seniors on Medicare reached a point every year when they had to pay the full cost of their drugs.
Proud Ankle, they used to hire people to weep at funeral homes. Really? I don't know why everything in life is so fake. I can't stand it. That's probably why people don't like me, is I get real fast. People don't like that. What's up, Melvita? Happy freedom.
Said earlier, my friends heard me say this before. I can remember we lived in a 3-bedroom split-level home, and my bedroom was up against the wall where my parents' bedroom was, and my dad's headboard was there. And I remember when I was like 14 years old. I remember my dad, I could see, he could hear he was just restless.
Yeah, Donald, exactly. He acts like he cares so much about women, but then he wants to go and prop up shape-shifting predators. They even awarded one on Women's Day or whatever that was. Shameful. At this point, so much stuff's gone on, I just want to see him and the Orange Eagle throw hands. That's all I want to see. I want to see haymakers and uppercuts all day.
My son Bo was dying of chemo, dying in the hospital because he had stage 4 glioma.
I appreciate you, Adrian.
And I got a call from someone asking me for help because they thought they were going to have their insurance cut off because they ran out of time. And I thought to myself, what in God's name would I do? Had they come along and said, sorry, you've run out of your coverage. Folks, at the most vulnerable point in a person's life, the moment when you really need it, you could hear the word sorry. Your insurance has run out. Folks,
you have to have had insurance to be told that.
There's some good, decent Republicans out there. I'm not suggesting this is all about bad Republicans. But this new crowd it's not your, this ain't your father's Republican Party. They may have forgotten all that.
Yeah, that was hilarious. This is just so funny. The whole room just broke out in laughter.
Peace of mind that if an illness strikes or an accident occurs, you can get the care you need. But the truth is, too many folks lie in bed at night and said, look, staring at the ceiling, wondering, my God, what happens if she gets breast cancer, or I end up with a serious cancer, or what happens to the kids? What then? What then? Do we have enough insurance? Can we afford the bills? What's going to happen? If it gets bad enough, maybe we have to sell the house. We don't have any more equity. You know,
people can't afford to buy chicken right now, old man Walter.
Value. I think
always worried about that stuff.
Peace of mind.
Gotta worry about your kid going through stuff at school.
Peace of mind for things they can't control. That's why my administration is focused intensely on building on the progress of the Affordable Care Act, getting more people affordable insurance, lowering prescription drug prices, giving families more breathing room. We have passed historic laws to get that done, and now we're moving quickly to implement them so people can feel the effects in their everyday lives. The Affordable Health Care Act.
What's up, Crystal Hart? Happy freedom.
To cover additional 20 million people. Before it was passed, 20 million people fewer people had insurance. So it expanded to cover 20 million more people in Medicaid. That means more cancers detected early, more mental health treatment available, less medical debt.
If we were making enough money, we wouldn't need Medicaid and Medicare and food stamps and all that stuff. The economy wasn't so broken. There wasn't so many laws for everything.
After they gave birth, instead of only for 60.
Not just laws, but regulations.
What you guys did. 36 states and counting. And now we're extending it to a full year coverage.
I'm telling you, I don't look that tan until the sign language lady starts doing my hair and rubbing my shoulders.
Increased coverage and lowered prices for the Affordable Health Care Act by saving 15 million people close to $800 a year on their insurance. Our new budget makes these savings permanent.
Proud ankle fighting off your siblings over a bucket of chicken. It's not a joke.
And we'll finish the job by expanding Medicaid to at least 2 million more Americans. Folks, look.
What are you hooting and hollering for? You should be upset that you can't afford Blue Cross Blue Shield.
That's the Inflation Reduction Act, which no Republican voted for, even the good ones. I don't mean good in moral sense. I mean the normal Republicans. As a result, this year, seniors on Medicare now get common vaccines, things like
This guy thinks he's a comedian now.
They get them for free instead of having to pay up to $200 a shot. Americans spend more on prescription drugs than any advanced nation in the world. But for decades, we worked for decades.
Because people are drug addicts because they can't handle living in the real world anymore.
A long time. We tried to take on Big Pharma, but we finally won.
Adrian, bonus money for hooting. Yeah, I don't know if they're held hostage or paid really well.
Companies want to charge. Medicare is going to be able to drive down prices. We gave Medicare some of the same powers, again, the same powers to do with Medicare. We gave the government the same power to be able to do what they can do with the Department of Veterans Affairs, negotiate lower drug prices. And there's another example.
Ric Flair is going ham in there.
Insulin was invented 100 years ago. It only cost about $10 a vial to make, but drug companies are charging hundreds of dollars a vial. But beginning January 1 of this year, we capped that cost at $35 a month.
Big fella, how is insurance affordable? I have crappy insurance. It costs me $20,000 for a family of 4. I don't know anybody that can afford insurance. The only people I know that have insurance, they get it through work, and it's not even worth having. You got to pay like $2,500 out of pocket before it even covers anything. Like, who has $2,500 to go to the doctor?
So I called on Congress to do that as well in this budget. My budget's going to require it. But guess what? Earlier this month, Eli Lilly, and I spoke to the biggest insulin maker in the country, announced they're answering my call. They're lowering prices to $35 a month for insulin. And last week, the country's 2 other top insulin makers announced they're cutting prices as well. So, folks, and here's something else the Inflation Reduction Act does to lower prescription drug costs. Drug companies that raise prices faster than inflation, now, that's all right. We like babies. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, we know. We know. We were just talking about the border. We know, old man Walter. You love babies. That's why you're wearing a diaper right now, old geezer.
Matter of fact, I like babies better than people.
Keep it going. Dig that hole.
Well, look, any drug company that raises prices faster than inflation now has to pay Medicare back the difference beginning next year. Last week, we learned the drug companies hiked prices on about 20 drugs above the new threshold last quarter. Now, manufacturers are going to have to pay the difference back to Medicare. The Department of Health and Human Services estimates it will make co-pays for those drugs hundreds of dollars cheaper for some seniors. And it's going to change the way drugs are priced.
Yeah, prices are going up around here.
Long term as well. We also are capping out-of-pocket drug expenses for seniors on Medicare at a maximum of $2,000 a year total, no matter what their costs are. $2,000.
Thank you so much, big fella, for that $5 donation on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. The administration eats corn the long way. Hyena Harris. This is the corn-eating czar. She don't eat it. She just stuffs it and saves it for later.
$14,000 a year for some of the expenses.
She's over there boofing it.
But they'll never have to pay more than $2,000 for all their prescriptions in a single year. And we're going to give seniors certainty and peace of mind. And by the way, we're also going to the money as well, lowering the deficit by $160 billion.
160 million, trillion, billion.
2 weeks ago, I released my budget, and it lays out what we support, and a stark contrast to the other team. My dad used to have an expression. Chris knew my dad. He said, "Don't tell me what you value. Show me your budget. I'll tell you what you value. Don't tell me what you value."
Yeah, took him out back to the shed. He said, "Show me your budget. Why don't you pull your budget out real quick?" Stuck it right in his breathing room.
About fairness. It's about dignity. My budget continues to build on the progress we made in the Affordable Care Act. We value seniors, hardworking Americans who've busted their necks their whole lives. My budget lifts the burden on those folks so that at the end of the month, they have just a little bit of breathing room. Just a little bit of breathing room. No one making less than $400,000 a year will pay a single penny more in federal taxes to pay for all that we've done.
We're going to see. We're going to see here in about a week.
But our MAGA Republican friends in Congress have a very different value set.
Make America
They want to repeal
great
the Inflation
again.
Reduction Act. They value Big Pharma over lowering drug costs for seniors. We're trying to undo the Affordable Care Act ever since I started. This started 13 years ago. They voted.
Guy, Dub. Heinrich Harris is like a pelican with all that throat space. I'm saying, she's got calluses.
Part of it, virtually every Republican in every single Republican budget since the law was passed. And they're backing plans that would gut it again, gut Medicaid. Look, let's take a look at what the Affordable Care Act has done. The Affordable Care Act is a big reason why millions of people with pre-existing conditions can afford to have insurance, period. Because of the Affordable Care Act, millions of Americans get free preventive care like cancer screening. And by the way, millions and millions of dollars if they detect it early. Because of the Affordable Care Act, millions of Americans have access to basic services like maternity care when they wouldn't otherwise have that. Because of the Affordable Care Act, families all over the country have been able to keep their children on their policies until age 26. Today, North Carolina is about to become the 40th state to expand Medicaid. There are nearly 40 million Americans in this country who get their health care through the Affordable Care Act and the Medicaid.
Donald, every day, old man Walter looks more and more like a cadaver.
Some peace of mind.
I'm saying, the plastic surgery is wearing off. You could tell it's not the original old man Walter. It's a different model. You can see it in his chin. I noticed it earlier while I was watching videos of the original old man Walter and the structure of his face. I pay attention to it. You can't just tell by the earlobes. There's other features. I don't know who this clown is. He thinks he's the ringleader of the circus, but really he's just the bearded lady.
Republican Congress are intent on repealing the Affordable Care Act when it's clear.
Thank you so much, Sky Queen, for joining the membership program, and welcome to the family. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you. Thank you.
They want to negotiate. I say, I've laid down my budget in the ninth. You lay down yours. Let's negotiate. I don't know where their budget is. No, I'm serious. There has been no budget. As my brother would say, go figure. But look, the budgets are going to show what they value. The former Trump director of budget advising the MAGA Republicans in Congress has a plan to slash $2 trillion from Medicaid. I guess that shows a little bit of their value set. He wants to end Medicare expansion under the Affordable Care Act and make additional deep cuts that could lead to nearly 70 million people losing critical services. 70 million people.
Beer juice. Teeth are always different. Yeah, his teeth are different than the original old man Walter.
Children, I should say.
He can't stop talking about children. It's on the top of his mind all the time.
They're cutting Medicaid.
Like when he's looking for Jacqui.
Would have a huge impact. You know, what people don't really understand, my Republican friends always talk about how they care about rural America. Well, guess what?
Guess what?
Look at rural Americans' hospitals, which lose funding.
Real Americans? Like there's fake Americans out there? What's a fake American?
Already rural residents have to travel twice as far to get to a hospital as folks who live in cities, which is partly why trauma patients in rural areas are twice as likely to die before they get to a hospital. And more would close. Not a joke, more would close. They couldn't stay open. If our Republican friends get
like Heinrich Harris's legs
shut down, and the problem will even get worse.
I'm killing it today, I'm telling you. Feeling saucy. We're lucky there ain't protesters and stuff today.
Could lose access to home health care, and with it the ability to stay in their homes, which, by the way, extends life for the people. People would much rather stay if they could, just with a little bit of help in their own homes, rather than go to a home.
Old man Walter, you need to go to a home. You need to be committed to a home quickly.
Medicaid
Diana Harris needs AA.
For about 2
she needs NA.
Live in nursing homes. Well, it'd be different if they were able to stay home. Medicaid and the quality of care in nursing homes goes down when that happens. Millions affected by the opioid epidemic would lose access to drug treatment. And for the millions of middle class and working class currently covered by the ACA marketplace, even if they manage to keep their insurance, it could cost them thousands more each year. That's just a glimpse at the damage repealing the Affordable Care Act would have on gutting Medicaid would do. But our value set is fundamentally different than our Republican friends. So we will never let that happen.
What's up, Cornish? Happy freedom.
Strengthening Medicare and Social Security. In fact, my budget will extend the life of Medicare Trust Fund beyond 2050. And meanwhile, MAGA Republicans in Congress, MAGA Republicans are threatening.
Ooh, those people are
these programs.
off with their heads. I started clapping too early.
Are back and forth at the State of the Union, eventually State of the Union. Never quite saw one like that before.
I wonder why they have this old buffoon come out every single day if he just gives the same speech.
Someone from
like every day, same stuff.
Georgia were saying, liar, liar. All of a sudden, and then others started, and I said, well, they said, we don't want to cut it. So I went through
Lying
it.
makes you weak.
Said, you're not going to cut Social Security Medicare. Holler, stand up. Well, a lot of them stood up. Tell the press they're all on camera, all the ones that stood up. I sure hope it's true, but I'll believe it when I see it. You've paid into Social Security and Medicare from the first paycheck you ever earned, and I'm determined to protect it. Let me close with this. 13 years ago,
we deserve a president that talks to all Americans, not just blue team.
Get that passed. If I start to name them, it would take a long time, but I want to thank them. We made history when the Affordable Care Act became law. And we changed America. We gave millions of people peace of mind. We did something else.
But they wanted a piece of ass.
We also took a giant step toward realizing the fundamental principle that we hold as Democrats and as Americans.
They better wrap this up. I'm going to take this too far.
Well, we're not all the way there yet, but there's more to do. So let's finish the job.
That's what she said.
Lower prescription drug costs for everyone. Let's expand health care coverage for more people so they get care. Let's keep building an economy from the middle out and the bottom up. And let's remember who we are. We're the United States of America. Nothing is beyond our capacity when we do it together. So God bless you all, and let's keep fighting to get it done.
Distinguished guests, please hold in the East Room as the President and Vice President.
They're quick to cut that camera. They don't want us to watch them fall down the stairs. All right, so we got one more video. It is titled Educational Support Staff Strike in LA. You'll see. You'll see. It's a big old BLM recruitment rally protest. It's a concert, really. It was a concert today. They had a stage and everything. We're not going to watch the whole 2-hour video, but we're going to skim through it.
We still need our hearing people to move a little bit so that they can get over.
There's quite a few people there. Some big numbers. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be spicy this summer.
Just need them right here in this area. So if you're a hearing person, can you move back or to the side and just allow them to move in?
Look at all those people. Every purple shirt you see is a BLM shirt.
You said you'd give to me soon as.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
There was some food over there where we.
This was earlier today in LA.
And I put guacamole and pico de gallo and grilled onions and mustard and mayo on my hot dog, and that's the best thing I've eaten.
Shogun on a hot dog. You better ask Hyena Harris for some help. She'll hook you up with some free lessons.
Our next speakers are 2 UTLA teachers. I hope I'm saying this right. Miss Gina Gray from Middle College High School, and Mallory Evan, the audiologist from Marlton.
They must have ran out of riot pizza. They had to hand out some hot dogs.
One of extraordinary wealth and another of unbelievable poverty. We are fighting for very basic things like health insurance. It's time for Carvalho and the LAUSD board to act now. You know, Carvalho.
That's how the banks went broke, is funding stuff like this.
A circus. You and I both know.
Look at that shape-shifting predator right there.
With better dignity and respect than our workers, right?
They're real loud, but can you fight though?
Folks, Los Angeles County is 1/3 of the voting base of the state. We are home to 10 million Angelinos, 6 million are Democrats, and if we were a state, we'd be the 10th largest state in the nation. As California goes, so goes the nation. And I like to say that we are the West Coast, best coast, right?
They're trying to start a coast war, like some Biggie and Tupac stuff. You're gonna see the shape-shifting predators like rap battle each other and stuff.
In Miami-Dade, he said at a press conference, never allow anyone to tell you it can't be done. Those were his words when he was leaving Miami. Never allow anyone to tell you it can't be done. But we're gonna make him eat his words, right? The president of United Teachers Miami of Dade, her name is Carla Hernandez Matt, said in a CBS interview in 2021, the difference in politics of law.
All the red shirts say equity across them.
Guard, they are a more progressive district in a more progressive state.
Type the month you think we're gonna start seeing fires in the streets.
She said, I hope that he has a strong relationship with the unions in LA because they are strong. He claims to be a science teacher. It's not rocket science, folks. It's basic math. And I don't know about you, but he's making all these offers to the press about what he's gonna do and what he's offered. But like my mama always said, don't write checks that you can't cash.
Your mom have a lot of checks bounced, did she?
Been suffering 2 years without a contract. 2 years.
Rooster, you think by April? Next month? Maybe.
Because that just tell me justice delayed is justice denied. We have to remember, folks, why we're here. The custodians who day in and day out couldn't Zoom their way into work, they had to clean germs and mocos and diseases and things they didn't know existed. And they had to take that home. The teachers' aides. Are there teachers' aides in the house?
The teachers have AIDS? I don't know. Hold on.
Teachers' aides.
I'm gonna skip ahead. Oh my. Now I need a margarita.
Okay. Next we have Assemblyman Reggie Jones Sawyer. He has some.
She says she's got some cinnamon. I'm gonna set some sminin in. They had a whole concert. This ain't a strike. This is a concert. They had a music festival out here.
Damn, there's a lot of people out here.
Proud Ankles and insurrection, I'm saying.
I have a quiz for you. I have a riddle for you.
I was gonna say, they probably can't do quizzes.
When you mix red and white and purple and gold, we give you the baddest ass strike on the face of the planet.
Making striking great again. Is that what they're doing?
I am here because this is about family. I am an SEIU 721 member.
Is that like gang stuff?
My son, who graduated from Morehouse with a degree in math and biology, African-American male, teaches in LAUSD right now.
He's got a degree in math and biology.
My son,
like he didn't major in anything?
Right now, making a whole lot of money. But I taught him the value of giving back to the community, the value of taking care of young people, but most important, the value that you give every day to everyone.
Guy Dub, are we looking at an open air mental hospital? Well, they got them corralled with some gates there. So, you know, keep the public safe.
About family. My aunt.
Look at the people with the compliance cloths.
Working as an office manager.
They can't stand being free.
Over 30 years. And as you know, without the support of the people that work in those offices, those office managers.
And what are you exposing me to? That's the future right here.
Done right now.
The near future. We're going to see these people burning buildings down in another month or so. As soon as it starts getting hot out. They'll be out here crying. And at the end of the day, they'll be so burnt out and messed up. They'll be burning stuff down.
I'm a little fired up. I'm a little ready to go. I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight for workers right now.
See? They're ready to fight.
I saw a sign out there that said WTF. At first I was like,
We're going to skip ahead in a second. Near the end, that's when they start doing the repeat after me chants.
the funds? Where's the funds?
Nah, 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 nah. Carvalho, goodbye. We're gonna be singing it next year. Nah, 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 nah. Come on. Nah, 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 nah. Carvalho, goodbye. Woo! Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah.
I told you they had a music festival out here. Oh, it thinned out real quick. They're just fleeing at this point. Proud Ankle, did he say the son went to Moorhead University? I wasn't sure what he said. I was not sure. His numbers thinned out. They're like, sorry, we're out of Riot Pizza. They were like, oh no, we're gone. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a spicy summer. Well, hooligans, that's all I had for today. I got to get back to doing taxes, so I don't have to do it tomorrow. I'll have to turn it in tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have to go buy more printer ink. That's my big worry, since Walmart here decided to close at 10 o'clock every day. I miss 24-hour Walmart. The plague killed that too. I will, Mr. Beansy Beans. I appreciate you. You hooligans crack me up. Half the stuff I can't even say out loud while the YouTube platform is hovering over me, waiting to strike me down. I don't know. All right, we're going to do the spiel deal. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and we're going to wrap this up. Hopefully, we'll be live at 1 p.m. tomorrow Eastern time for another Coffee with Hooligans. We will go live tomorrow. I just don't know if it's going to be at 1 p.m. I better get these taxes done. That's all I know. It's a stack like this. I've never had to put together so much paperwork. But these platforms and stuff that we go live on and do transactions through, they do not provide me with tax papers. So I have to print out a year's worth of transactions, and then I got to say what every dollar coming in and going out is, and then he times that by I think 28, and it equals a Detroit phone book. So tis what it tis. Either way, when you get a second, please go to jeffmaclive.com. On the homepage, you can find all of my links listed. You can find the link to join Gilded for free. You should go join Gilded. You should just take my word for it. Go join it. Gilded is currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, you will receive notifications for important updates and things I feel you should know. There is a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. And you can hang out with all the hooligans all day, every day, and chat it up about pretty much whatever you like. So definitely join Gilded. Also on the homepage, you can find links to the merch store if you would like to grab some merch. We have shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs. Everything is displayed in black and white or white and black, but if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the different colors that the items come in. I'm going to be coming out with some new designs pretty soon. We got Loud, Proud American coming out, No Accountability for the Wicked, and some other good stuff. I have a bunch of designs I'm about to release, so definitely keep checking on the merch store. On the homepage, as well as in the description and on the link tree, you can find links for PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, Buy Me a Coffee, and Locals if you would like to support what I do. There's also a link to the Amazon wish list if you would like to send me stuff. It's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send emails, find addresses, or anything like that. It's really simple. Also, on the 31st, we're going to be doing the birthday unboxing with all the awesome stuff you hooligans have been sending me. So look forward to that. That's coming up pretty soon. I think it's next Friday, actually. I think it's next Friday. We're going to be doing the live birthday unboxing. It will be awesome. We'll probably be drinking because I need it. Anyways. Finally, there is links to join the membership programs. If you would like to do so, you can find that on the link tree and on the homepage, jeffmaclive.com. There is memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, Twitch, as well as jeffmaclive.com. You can claim your free week membership to jeffmaclive.com everywhere. The link is everywhere. Go join up. There's no strings attached, no credit card required or anything like that. It'll give you access to the private social media area. You'll have access to the live streaming area that has a built-in chat. You'll be able to see exclusive information you can't find anywhere else on the internet, and I haven't exposed it anywhere else. It is exclusive information. We have group chats, video chats, audio chats. You can call each other, all that. Good place to network, good place to promote your business, all that good stuff. So go to jeffmaclive.com. Thank you so much, I Like Salt, for that $10 donation. I appreciate you. You're awesome. It is not adding to the tax burden. You're helping make sure that I can pay off these taxes because I don't know what that number is going to be yet. So I really appreciate it. Thank you all for all the support. You guys are super awesome. I posted a video talking about how everybody gets mad because I'm always telling the truth. The response was amazing. I was not expecting that. I was just telling you guys what I'm seeing, but you guys are the best. You hooligans are amazing. All right, join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, hooligans. I appreciate you guys. Sorry it wasn't a long one. I thought it was a good one, though. Had a good time. I always enjoy hanging out with all of you, especially taking a break from taxes. If it wouldn't expose secure information, I'd show you the stack of papers I have. It's literally like this thick, and I got so much more to do. But I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully at 1 p.m. Eastern time, for another Coffee with Hooligans. We'll find something fun to do. I might grab a twisted tea. We might just day drink tomorrow. I don't know. I've been having myself a week, but I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership program, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate you guys, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.